All right, there we go. Welcome to another episode of All Star Fandom Prime. It's your boy Dion. I'm here, not alone, as usual. Rufus, where you at, man? Let me see if I can find you. There you go. How we doing, man?
Hey, we good tonight, man. We good. Just sitting over here in hot ass Texas, chilling.
Oh, it's hot in Hotlanta too, man. We are over 100 degrees here. But before we jump into this one, very fun episode tonight. Before we get into it, make sure you like, follow, share, subscribe, do all the social media stuff. If you're watching now, hop in the comments. Let us know what you think about this episode. Over on the Instagrams too, we are over there streaming as well. Drop some lines and stuff there for us too. We really appreciate it. So, and if you're watching the replay, make some comments, do some other stuff, and we'll go from there. You know, the social media stuff.
And we will most definitely respond. Please make some comments.
So our biggest thing tonight, Rufus, I know it's been quite the how many years? 5 years, it seems like. This is even pre-pandemic. It feels like we were at that point. And now we sort of get to that point where we're asking that question, what the is going on with Blade? It's like ice skating uphill, right? It's
like what's up?
What are we doing?
Everybody wants to know what's going on.
All right, so obviously we have no clue, but we will give our opinions as to what we think might be going on, or
that's the crazy thing. The crazy thing is nobody has a clue what's going on. Only the people on set dealing directly with Blade knows what's going on. Everybody else just speculate.
And from our guy in the case, the Just Star Wars guy, he said it's been 84 years.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
It's been a long time.
So let's just set this up real quick, Rufus. I'm going to pull up a timeline real quick just to make sure I don't forget anything. Okay? So we pull up this timeline, July 2019. This is good grief. Marvel announces the Blade reboot, right? He wears a baseball hat with the Blade logo on it, dope logo, right? Mahershala Ali comes out, lights go black. Remember that, right?
Yes.
We jump to February 5th, 2021. We have a writer who's tapped for it. I'm going to probably butcher his name, but Stacey Osakafor was tapped to write the screenplay. He had done stuff like The Watchmen from HBO. So we're building, right? We're getting to where we need to get. Then we get a director in July 2021. And we're good to go. This guy's done a few things. His name is Bassam Tariq. I think that's the name that we're going to be most familiar with throughout this timeline. We go to November 5th. Mahershala Ali gives his first performance as Blade in the Eternals. It's nothing but a voice. We don't see him.
Just a voice.
Just a voice, right? Now we jump. Oh, God. Hey, November. We're still in 2021. Delroy Lindo, he's casted in 2021. We cast Aaron Pierre in February 2022. July 2022, 23rd, 2022, he receives an official release date of November 3rd, 2023. I really should have put a graphic together for this. This is like decoding the Marvel MCU, the MCU timeline from last 10 years. But then we jump to September 27, 2022. That's when Bassam Tariq exits as director. He said in a statement, we were able to put together a killer cast and crew, eager to see where the next director takes the film. October 11th comes around. The date gets pushed to 2024. We're still in 2022. Good grief. They hire a screenwriter. I'm just going to go through this real quick. They hire a screenwriter. February 14th, 2023. Kevin Feige says Blade will start production in 10 weeks or so. They cast Mia Goth in April. We keep going down. Good grief. We keep going down from April 2023. Nick Pizzolatto, maybe, signs to write the screenplay. May 5th, 2023. Pre-production on Blade shuts down because of the writer's strike. June 13th, 2023. Release date pushed to 2025. November 1st, 2023, Michael Green joins as screenwriter. He was hired. He was a screenwriter for Logan. November 9th, 2023, Marvel pushes Blade back again to November 7th of 2025. December 6th, 2023, Ali says he's sincerely encouraged by the progress of the film. We jump to March 17th, 2024. Aaron Pierre says he's no longer in Blade. June 12th, 2024, Jan DeMott exits as director. Eric Pearson, screenwriter. And I think as of right now, Lindo has left the production as well. Good grief. I forgot it was that bad. So this has been like that first Marvel property that has sort of been doomed, it feels like. What's your thoughts on this whole thing? Because that was one, I'm out of breath. So I'm gonna give it to you. Take it away.
Okay. First off. So 2019, everybody's stupid excited to see. First off, Mahershala Ali as Blade.
It was perfect casting.
Like everybody was like, "Oh, this is going to be super tight. We can't wait."
It was perfect casting. I was happy with it.
Everything just started hitting the fan, like left and right, bam, 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 bam. What's going on? That's what we thinking. Like, okay, because we can take one director leave. All right, cool.
Okay. So to prevent us from going through that timeline yet again, what's your why do you think, as a fan and a huge fan of Blade, I remember when we talked about it, you couldn't wait for this movie. I was hesitant, but you couldn't wait. Oh God! And then we get another comment from and in 2019, Mahershala Ali had won his second Oscar. So we had an Oscar-worthy actor to play. No offense to Wesley Snipes, he captured that role 100%. But Rufus, come on, man! Like your favorite superhero. What's the deal?
Because we were all thinking you can't go wrong. We cannot go wrong with an Oscar-winning Mahershala Ali as Blade. But here we go. Let's get to right now. 2 days ago, I heard Delroy Lindo quit.
He bounced. Yeah.
And what's getting me is the fact that we can't find no other cast members for Blade anywhere else. The only person I knew was in Blade was Mahershala Ali.
Well, I went down a few of the castings, but it's a very limited cast. It just like similar to Blade movies of past, you didn't have a deep cast, right? In that first one. I don't feel like you did. Obviously, we had a lot of vampires and blood and whatnot. We get it. But really, that was a tight cast group. So I didn't expect it to be huge. But even if we don't have any names that we know, I think that production is just in development hell right now.
I know, and right now, when I found out that he quit after the third director walked out, I'm about to the point where I'm giving up hope. And only thing I can say, and I'm speculating. Hold on, the only thing I can say, and I'm speculating when I say this, it must be the script. It has to be the script. It has to be something wrong with the script. Why these directors keep leaving, and I don't know. Like I said, I'm speculating.
Let's think about. Go ahead.
Based off the time period where they're trying to film, because I don't know if you knew this or not, but this is supposed to be a timepiece in the 1920s.
Well, you sure about that?
Blade. I'm 100% sure.
You can't. Yeah. Everybody watching All-Star Fandom, I like to fact check Rufus because he's been swindled before. He's come home with a bag of beans before. So
hey, but I grew that beanstalk. So you're gonna stop hating, Playboy. You know what I'm saying? But no, this was supposed to be this script is written for the 1920s. It's supposed to be a period piece. I bet you didn't even know Blade was born in 1929.
Are you sure though?
Yes,
are you sure? Because there's been really nothing. There's been nothing from.
You can look it up for
yourself. Your source. Look. You found this. I don't have to go searching for nothing.
Google. The Google machine.
Okay, so let's circle back real quick. So you said this is script. Obviously, it's
called the Hollywood Reporter is my source.
Obviously. So obviously there was
shit. Everybody speculated. I told you this.
So obviously there's something wrong with the script, correct? So this has been like that first Marvel project that just seems like it'll never get started. But it's never. Yeah, right. Hey,
and we keep asking.
I agree. I agree. pictures or it didn't happen. So, so no, but for real, like this has been like the first one. This Blake. Here's okay. I was on Will Ferrell's show, Straight Out of a Comic Book. Like, share, subscribe. That into was a good guy. He brought up, or we talked about, maybe it's just tough to fit Blade into what the MCU is now,
and that's the problem. Stop trying to fit shit in. Just make a good ass movie.
But this is a we are Rufus. You don't throw away what 15 years probably of Marvel Universe movie, and you have different. You have the multiverse now, which is a cop out for everything. He can be from another. He doesn't have to be from 616. Is what we talked about. He could. We've already heard his voice in Eternal. So where has he been? How has he got? How did he get here?
My thing is, who gives a damn? Just make a good ass vampire movie. Shit.
Okay, I will double down on that. You just said make a great movie, right? We're going to discuss this. We're going to discuss this closer to the release date. But Venom, right?
Yeah.
Venom. Let's take Venom for instance. Venom is completely separated from whatever the MCU is trying to do, and that whole Sony Spider-Verse that they're gonna try to make connect somehow, right?
Right.
Like, I'm not saying it was a great movie by any means, but like if you think of it as a standalone movie, that's the problem that we've talked about personally off these calls. Is like it doesn't make sense to have a Venom without a Spider-Man. So
no, it doesn't.
You're just gonna drop. You're just gonna do a standalone sort of not Wesley Snipes. Good grief! I've associated Wesley Snipes with
Blade forever.
Yeah, and in case right, they connected Venom through No Way Home because of the portals. The mistake that was. I don't know how Doctor Strange let Peter make that mistake, or at least do that for him. But that's neither here nor there. That's how they'll tie it to the MCU once they finish up with, I think, the Tom Hardy Venom. I think this is it. And I think you'll get a completely different Venom. But we're getting off track a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do a standalone movie, Rufus, without connecting those universes.
Why does everything need to be connected to the damn universe?
We've already heard
Why does everything need to be connected to the Marvel Universe?
Because they've done it. That's their playbook. And that playbook's worked.
And that could probably be the problem. Look, we've already connected enough shit. We don't need to connect nothing else.
No,
just make a good ass Blade movie.
No, because this is where I get off the train in DC.
Because here's the thing.
Elsewhere, I don't want. Go ahead.
Wait a minute. Here's the thing. They didn't connect Morbius. They didn't connect Morbius to the Marvel Universe.
They kind of sort of did it. Yes, they did.
Say because of
the vulture at the end
fell through the thing.
Yes.
Okay, so if that's the case, that's the perfect interest for Blade. Because we were all introduced to Blade when he came to New York hunting Morbius. This was going to be like a sort of what would you do sort of thing, but I'll ask you now. If you were in the chair right now, Case is on one, man. As the writer
he was like, let's just hope they never connect Madam Web.
Ooh. They tried to connect it. Have y'all seen it? We'll get back.
Casey, you're getting me off topic, man. Hold on.
Yeah.
But Rufus, if you had the pen, how are you inserting? You have to. I'm not saying you can't, but I'm saying in this question, you have to connect him to the MCU. How do you do it?
You already know how I would connect him. I would connect him going to hunt down Morbius. Because if you watch Morbius and you haven't watched it yet, and I'm surprised, he was about to become a menace in New York, bro.
You know why I didn't watch it, Rufus? Because I felt like it didn't connect to a damn thing. That's what I felt like until the ending. But even then, there's a quote from Michael Keaton saying, like, he doesn't even know why he was there.
I know he said that. And that's the crazy thing about it. He did say that. That's crazy. But here's my thing. No, Dion, seriously, like, how else would you I wouldn't even thought to connect Blade to the Eternals. That wouldn't even been my first thought. My first thought would be like, we got Morbius coming out, and y'all said Blade was coming out. Perfect match, bro. But
this is where you fall into it. You fall into this sort of Sony, hoping for this Sony Marvel partnership again, where that partnership only exists through Tom Holland Spider-Man. That's how that exists. That's why they kept their. That's why they trying to do this Sony Marvel universe that they're doing.
And see,
I think it was
you
even
get into all
coined.
that,
I think it was even coined like
stuff
Spider
that,
Sony universe or something like that.
yeah,
But
you get into all that technical stuff that makes absolutely no sense.
this is what I would do. This is what I would do. That movie seems like it's a debacle, right? I don't know if the problem is trying to connect those Blade to this universe, even though we heard his voice in the Eternals. But it's gonna. I'm doing a limited series, man. I'm giving him a Punisher sort of storyline.
So
here.
you just gonna throw him on Netflix? So you just gonna throw him on Disney?
Why not?
Okay, well here's my thing.
Why? Think about it. Why not? If you can't come up with a standalone movie, break that script up and what you need to do, or stretch that out what you need to do, and make a series.
And hope for better writers. Is that what we hoping for?
Or he can,
or stretch it out and hope for better writers. Hope for better directors. Or he can
doesn't have to be from 616. Like it's stuff like that where you can play around with getting Blade there. But here's my thought too. I don't know if Blade. I say yes. It needs to connect, but it's a tough connection.
Well, here's my thing. Another problem.
Unless he's from another world.
Nobody is talking about. Another problem is Marvel keep trying to introduce kids to the motherfucking Marvel universe. Blade ain't the motherfucker to introduce. Just make a good ass motherfucking Blade movie.
Rufus, there's no introduction now. Like we got 15 years of introductions. Me and Emily just finished
people into the Marvel universe.
Okay,
you see what I'm saying?
Understandable. I hear what you're saying, but I will say real quick. Let's see what our guy Snipes had to say real quick, because he was like, this is a quote from Mr. Wesley Snipes. Blade, lordy, folks still looking for the secret sauce, riding snowmobiles in traffic, kind of rough.
Exactly.
Daywalkers make it look easy, don't they? That is from our illustrious first Blade. It's a tough get right now, Rufus. I say if you were to give him a series like a Daredevil or a Punisher, and you introduce him that way, that's enough room to figure out where you can fit him in. Because I will admit, I'm not super familiar with the Eternals. I am not. So connecting him with that, I don't know for sure what that would look like.
Let's
do you bring Jared Leto back as Morbius too?
Because I was going to ask you a question. Let's think about this. Okay, Blade was born in 1929, right?
I'm listening.
This is when he was born. So you gonna do? Are we gonna start at the beginning of his life? Because we didn't get that. Start out
origin stories
from
again.
The beginning, all the way. We're gonna do 8 episodes, I assume, like they've been doing on Disney so far with all the stuff they've been doing, right?
So keep going. I'll let you finish.
So you start at the beginning. Where do you end, and then connect everything in 8 episodes?
What if he's again with Doctor Strange stuff? You're sort of able to play around with stuff, right? Different universes, different timelines, do whatever, right? I kind of like that idea that you gave for that, but I don't know if I want an origin story again. I don't think I want that again.
Here's my. Oh, I guess my thing.
Well, even his first movie didn't feel like it wasn't an origin story.
It wasn't, because we didn't get anything. We don't know how he.
We got it in flashbacks.
He met Whistler was because Whistler said, "I saw this 13-year-old kid feeding on homeless people."
Well, that was more the Spider-Man cartoon too, wasn't it? But you know what's funny? They couldn't say blood; they would say plasma on the cartoon. Remember that?
On the cartoon, yeah.
But even like in the movie, like we got it through flashbacks, right?
Yeah. But like I said, it wasn't a full origin story of Blade.
I don't think we need origin. I don't think we need origin stories no more, man. I think
you don't think so.
Who's okay? Our audience, you and me. The Blade audience at this point would be you and me and a few people older, right? A few people younger. We're familiar with who Blade is. Yeah. I feel like we are. Wesley Snipes in those 3 movies and those interactions on Spider-Man and all that stuff helped us out a lot.
Even with the animated series.
I don't think you.
I'm not gonna count the Sticky Finger series.
Oh, I wanted to pull that clip real quick. Damn, I wish I would have downloaded that clip. But no, like for real, like but no, Rufus, like for real, man. I don't. Okay, here's my thoughts, and this is sort of a final sort of moment for it. How hopeful are you that this gets done?
Man, I lost hope when Delroy Lindo walked out 2 days ago.
Well, I mean, shoot, Mahershala still could too, because think about the moment, the time that's taken away from him.
I was getting ready to say it. Do you think about how much money his lawyer is like encouraging him to like really think about this? Do you really want to stay for this? Because you are missing out on tons of opportunities. You know, tons of work.
Well, I'm sure there's like I'm sure there's like a free up schedule. This is the schedule that he has to shoot this movie, right? And come on, it's Blade. That's going to be that's a franchise movie in the MCU along with crossovers. So imagine like Chris Evans still went off and did like little low budget movies here and there in between. But like for some of the Avengers, that was it. Like that was like they were called upon in everything. Like Sam Jackson, for instance, granted his stuff wasn't long. It was like a day's work probably for connecting the universes, right? But you still got to schedule out for that. And it still counts towards your movies in there too, Rufus. I don't know, man.
Look, I can say this. I've lost hope. I've lost some hope. But there's that little bit that's like, man, I hope they get it together and surprise everybody.
So last thing I'm going to say, I think you created into a Disney Plus series. Disney Plus has already sort of loaded their stuff up with a lot of their more adult material anyway, since they're combining like that with Hulu, right? Mm-hmm. So it's on there. Stuff is on there now. You might as well lean into it. And I think if we see how Daredevil turns out, I think that would be if Daredevil ends up being good and they tie in, Punisher with that, and then they tie in She-Hulk with, well, more likely the Punisher. I'm gonna be more on board. It's like, hey, just turn it into a series, man. Give me 8 episodes. Give me 8 episodes as long as I don't have a Diamondback sort of situation in Luke Cage where that boy jumped in here and just ruined the rest of the show.
Yeah, he did.
Lucas, he really did. Hello, Lucas.
My thing
he was so bad.
Okay, you remember how violent and gory Blade is, right? Like, are they really going to do that on Disney? Are they? I mean, I know they have the Punisher on there now. Yeah, but are they really ready to shoot something like Blade? Because at first, here's another thing.
I see what you're saying.
But they said this Blade was supposed to be PG-13. They didn't even give it an R rating. And that's another thing. Stephen Dorff was like, dude, how you gonna do Blade with a PG-13 rating?
Yeah,
what
so
I
Stephen
just say
Dorff,
about kids, bro. What I just tell you about kids.
He trashes Marvel anyway, is what he says. And he asks, how's that PG Blade movie going for you? That can't get a director, because anybody who goes there is going to be laughed at by everyone, because we already did it and made it the best. There's no the original Blade director, Steve Norrington, out there. So even Deacon Frost is like, I mean, he's a villain anyway. Let's be honest. He wasn't going to get on board for this crap anyway. But now since you say it, I'm like, okay, he's fighting vampires, man. Just dust them, man. It doesn't have to be. It just doesn't have to be as gory as you think.
Whatever, man. If those fights on the Punisher, you see how violent they are, dude. Blade got to be twice that.
But see, that was Netflix Punisher, right?
I agree with the Dutch Star Wars guy. I really hope we get a great Blade movie. That's all I'm asking for.
But you got to tie it in, Rufus. That's the world that Marvel lives in now. That specifically Marvel, like MCU, lives in. Sony, Craven, Madam Web, whatever the hell they doing over there, just whatever the hell they doing, I don't know. Especially, and I really wish we would have talked about this now, because we sprinkled it in throughout the episode, because we were going to originally talk about understanding that Sony Marvel universe, right? And you're having villains have their stories, and Aaron Taylor Johnson, I like him, But man, he's been like how many superheroes? He was Kick-Ass, right? Mm-hmm. He was Quicksilver. Who else has he been? He's Kraven now.
Now he's Kraven.
He's nowhere else. Nobody else.
He went to the gym for this one, though, bro.
The only thing, and I will leave it at that. The only thing with Kraven is that I just got the greatest. Well, I say greatest. One of the best portrayals of Kraven in the new Spider-Man video game. Like that was a dope portrayal of him. And you know how it is with me. I don't like villain movies. I hate them. I'm not a fan.
But you think about it, Dion, we've gotten 3 of them so far?
Venom, I've only seen the first.
No, I'm just saying 3 villain movies.
Venom, so Morbius, and Kraven.
Black Adam, villain. Yeah. Morbius, villain.
Anti-hero, Black Adam.
Okay. And then we got Venom, who's a straight up villain. You know what I'm saying?
I know, right?
Around eating people, dog. Come on.
Okay. So I know we sort of circled it, and we were shooting for 30, but I got like 2 more things to show you, Rufus.
Okay.
2 good things. So, and you gave your final opinion, right? Is there anything left to say about this?
I got that much hope left that we'll get a good movie.
Okay. So real quick, I just want us to sort of bask in how good Blade 1 was. Maybe this is the hurdle that they're running into, Rufus. Maybe this is what they're looking at and is like, damn,
we can't get
this. We can't get this. But let's just take a look at that.
I got 2 new hands, Blade. I don't know which one to use to kill you with.
Look at that! Look at the stage.
Put the joints on. Let's go. Man, this movie was so good, bro.
I mean, my boy walked through him, Rufus.
Yeah, he really did. And he put the business on him.
And you know what made this so good is like Wesley Snipes is like the one of the biggest showmen I've ever seen, because he's posing in every kick, every punch. It's a pose, man.
He was. Hey, that's real superhero stuff, man.
You know exactly. You know what my favorite part of this too is? Like I think he's gonna run down the stairs and run into him. Like Rufus, come on, man.
Dude, he ran through that whole crew.
See, so
there was no point in him trying to fight.
Rufus, how good is this, man?
Dude,
that look like the guy
like 5 times in the theater.
That look like the Batman villain from Batman '89, who was in the bell tower.
Wait, hold on. I don't remember that one. Hold up.
Remember Batman '89? That black guy in the bell tower at the end?
Yes, I remember that. Yes.
Did this dude not look like him?
Yeah, he did.
Right here.
Yes, he does. Oh, wow. That's funny. Dude. That's what I want to see for the new Blade, man. I want to see him putting in work like this. She needs to practice though.
I'm really
this
now.
Maybe there it is. You look at him. I mean, all Wesley is doing is posing, man.
Caught him slipping. There it is.
Here it comes. Walk through him. Walk through him.
Dude, this is one of the coldest scenes at the time. Seen them, bro.
Pow, 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 pow.
Yeah, let me get that. Oh man, I love it.
How pumped did that get you, man? I ain't gonna be able to go to sleep now.
I gotta go watch it. I got to go watch it now. But I got that much hope that they'll give me a good movie. That much.
Okay. So Rufus, I have for that in our Blade episode, we're cutting it close. So there's this project that I've always wanted to work on, right? There's this project that I've always wanted to work on for like last 4 years. And it started out when like I was trying to find content and stuff for this channel, right? And it was probably pandemic time too when I thought of this, and I never pulled the trigger. But I'm going to show you something, and this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to create this as a show, and me, you, and he doesn't know yet, but Will Farrow out there, to be commentators on this regularly as a weekly show that I can edit and we talk about. So this is what I think is going to be fun. It's scratching that creative itch again. You know what? I'm going too long. So look at this, and yeah. So if you're watching this too, enjoy. Is it playing okay? Oh, I pressed play. Hold on. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me add it back. Let me add it back. Give me a second, because I really want.
All I saw was the ring, and I got excited.
I really want to make this happen. Okay. Shoot, man. What's the deal? Oh God. Okay. Sorry. Technical difficulty, man. I know why it didn't pull. My bad.
It happens when you go live, bro. It's okay.
My bad, man. It's taking. My bad. It's on me. It's my fault. It's mine. Because but let me set it up again. So I wanted to do this as a project and just something fun to do. As you know, Rufus, I do enjoy wrestling. Probably more so than you. But this is still a fun project that I think I can have fun doing. So hold on one second. Sorry about this for everyone watching on the replay. I unplugged something and didn't think I needed it anymore, so I plugged it back up, and that's what I needed. All right, so let's go ahead and add it to it. So I don't know if you know who that is, but he looks eerily familiar to
Making his way to the ring from Fort Worth, Texas, weighing in at 228 pounds, Rufus Big Dog
Gavin. Let's go. Get these hands. I need that shirt right now.
So the plan for this, Rufus, is that fictionally, I started a little independent wrestling promotion down here in Atlanta. It's called Prime Time Championship Wrestling. And what I want to do with it is that weekly, I produce a weekly show and we commentate over it.
Okay, hell yeah. When doing this?
That's my hopes.
When we doing this? When do we start?
Hey, did you notice the knee brace? Did you notice the knee brace I gave you?
I thought you would have gave me an ankle brace, but I'll take this.
But not to be, outdone. I did create the promotion, so I wanted to make sure, I got my due too. But no, all the sets created, the logos created. and I'm
Dude,
highly
I did notice
influenced by
all the All-Star Fandom colors. I'm loving it.
The following contest,
There he is.
making his way to the ring.
I wish it wasn't skip.
Georgia,
Something's up with my Wi-Fi, man. But hold on. So, hey, did you see him? You know what time it is?
I saw it. What time is it? Prime time. I see you. Hey, I
So,
like the intro music
again,
too.
highly influenced by Shawn Michaels, who is probably one of
you
my
designed
favorites.
all of this? You designed the clothes and everything?
It's templates and stuff. But hey, check this out. Check this out. I pay the pyro budget here. I pay the pyro budget here, Rufus. Come on, man. But no, like, so this has been a plan or a goal that I wanted to do. There's other people online that do this too, and I've always wanted to do it. So what I'm gonna do, and I think Will just joined the live, so if he stays on long enough, you can hear my pitch.
Something.
But what I want to do, what's up?
About that than I am about Blade, bro.
Say what? so, and Will, while you're watching, so what I wanted to do, and I wanted to do this for years, and other YouTubers has done it, and other channels have done it, but it's something I've always wanted to do. I do love wrestling, obviously, and I'm putting people in the game. So I'm putting past guests in the game. I'm putting people who comment in the game. If you have your created player already, drop that name into in our comments, and I'll go search for it and I can load it up. But I want to, and I don't know if you saw, but it was PCW Wednesday Mayhem. So I want to create a show where we do commentary over it, where it's either you, me and Will, me and Will, like something like some variation. But I'm going to do all the production for it, and all we have to do is commentate over it and have fun calling it. But yeah, that's been a goal of mine for the longest, and I finally pulled the trigger and did it this summer. Still got to create a few more things like titles, but initially the thing is that we'll have a tournament for the world title, well, not the world title, the PCW championship, primetime championship wrestling. I pay the bills around there. And one
Vince,
for the PCW. Please don't say Vince. He got in trouble.
He did, didn't he? My man, he sure did.
Yeah. But no, but no. Like I've always wanted to do it. We'll start a bracket of 8 for men and women. Probably do call 4 matches a week till we get to the payoff, right? So that's the goal. Mm-hmm. That's something that I've always wanted to do, and I hope that Will chime in and give me a thumbs up and let me know if he's down to do it or if he has a schedule to do it. But and Will, you'll be in the game too, so send me your hashtags too. So for your character. But yeah, Rufus, that's our what would you do in place of this week?
Because you've been holding on to that one, dog. I didn't even know you was creating something like that, bro. That got me hyped.
Well, it's gonna be like a full wrestling show, right? I mean, granted, you can't do voices or anything like that, but my ask from you is that I need music. I need intro music for stuff. That was all copyright-free music, royalty-free music I used. So, which I liked. It fit my character a little bit, so I might just keep that.
I like the intro doing myself too.
But all right, but yeah, man, that's I'm sorry, but that's been a thing that I wanted to do. But Rufus, man, we went 10 minutes over, man. But
it's all good.
This has been another episode of All-Star Fandom Prime, coming to you on late Wednesday night here in Atlanta. Rufus from Dallas. Where are you at in Texas, man?
I'm in New Braunfels.
That wasn't an option. You're from Dallas on there. Huh? But anyway.
Okay, yeah. That was Fort Worth.
Oh, it said Fort Worth. But yeah, that was our discussion on Blade. That was our look into a project that I'm going to be doing along with partnering with all the other creators I've come along the way with, adding them to the game. Calling those is going to be fun. Giving these characters and people identities that, just to have fun and chop it up on a Wednesday night. How fun is that? But be sure to follow All-Star Fandom on Instagram and TikTok, All-Star Fandom Show. If you're watching, hit the subscribe button, share it, do all the social media stuff. We're here for it. Rufus, anything else you want to leave our illustrious fans with before we close out tonight?
Y'all come back next Wednesday. We'll have another show for you.
You guarantee that?
Oh, for sure.
You guarantee that?
For sure.
All right, next Wednesday. Remember that. Next Wednesday. All right. Well, this is Dion signing off. Rufus, you've been great, man. You're a great friend. So, but we out of here. Peace.
Peace.